I'm booking myself a one-way flight. I gotta see the color in your eyes. You're telling myself I'm gonna be alright. Without you, baby, is a waste of time.
Good morning, guys. It is 8:30ish a.m. February 2nd. I'm just about to make us breakfast. My husband is still in bed because we didn't fall asleep till late. You know, I didn't sleep because insomnia kicks my butt every night. Anyway, so about to make us breakfast. Make us breakfast, and I'm gonna wake my husband up if he's not up, and we'll eat breakfast, and then we are actually going on a cruise, or not cruise, tour. We're on this tour, so it should be fun.
Low Mountains. Now straight ahead of us, just to show those who've been right behind me, we have on the right hand side there, we have what we call the Great Sugarloaf Mountain. To the left of that we have the small Sugarloaf Mountain. And further left again you have an area called Bray. And again from Dublin City, taking the dart system at the south coast of Dublin. And a beautiful sight as you head out the south coast. But out there you'll head into a stunning little area called Bray. Now here on the left hand side in this gateway, this is Enya's Castle. Right in there. Now it's not an area I can stop, there is traffic behind me. But Enya comes from the Brennan family. And of course all of the Brennan family were involved in Irish traditional music. And of course Dublin City, beautifully situated, right on the coastline. North and south of Dublin City you have some beautiful beaches. On the north side of Dublin City there's a beautiful village called Malahide. And of course Malahide Castle, a well visited area. And not far from there there's a place called Pope Manic, a beautiful sanded dune beach. And stunning little regions, yeah. So, when people are off work for the weekends, they have a choice. They can take a walk on the beach, or they can take a walk in the mountainside. Or as Lou Reed says, you could take a walk on the wild side. Up to Glencree, we're heading up to a tiny little village called Glencree. Now Glencree is not a village that we stop in, but I got some great information to impart you about the village of Glencree. Up in Glencree, you have what is known as the Peace and Reconciliation Centre. This was never built as a Peace and Reconciliation Centre. This was built as a British garrison with a couple of hundred soldiers based here. And the whole idea was to snuff out the rebels of County Wicklow. And I got one great story I shall reveal to you in a short while about one of our great unsung heroes in this country, a man called Michael O'Dwyer, the leader of the rebels of County Wicklow. Now also heading up to Glencree, we are going to go up what I call the long and winding road. And I kind of an old Beatles song. Oh, the long and winding road. Woo! God be the days, guys. Rock and roll. Yes, the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. Look at the Rolling Stones, 50 years on the road, strutting their stuff across the stages of the world, all the way to the bank. You know, the Rolling Stones done a concert last year in Cuba to over 400,000 fans. I reckon they're some of the very first Western rockers ever to set one more time. Well, he set his plan in motion. He came from that cave. He started to climb the rock above it as the shooting stopped. And the clever fox that he was, he stopped climbing. He looked over his shoulders, he seen that the British soldiers had left their little spot. Their idea was to walk around that lake and grab a hold of Michael O'Dwyer. Not to be. The clever fox that Michael O'Dwyer was, instead of climbing higher, he came back towards the cave. He went further. He went into the lake, swam to the far side where the British soldiers had already been, and thus one more time evading the British soldiers. Now I can only imagine these guys were pretty peeved off. 5 years is a long time trying to get your hands on one man. Well, eventually they sent out a message, a very unusual request, that Michael O'Dwyer could surrender under the condition that he leave the shores of Ireland. Well, there you had an Englishman telling an Irishman that he can get the hell out of his homeland. It was not the first time they ever told us that, I can guarantee you that, folks. But when Mike... That looks pretty good. Now you stay right there. Excuse me, my dear. Excuse me. Now this shot. You can see that is the peat or the turf. Yeah, but he told me a story that he'd been cutting turf off this this landscape for the last 40 years. Fully new farted in an AI today. Woo! Here we go. So I'm going to stop here on the right hand side. Be very careful. So we're going to stop here, we're going to get a little photo shoot. We're just stopped here for a couple of minutes now, folks. Taking a little...
C'est quoi? Il est tombé dans l'eau, j'ai la chance de tremper. Mais c'est quoi, moi j'approche pas de là? C'est chaud, c'est dans la currently at the bridge from the movie P.S. I Love You. This is a really shot. It's amazing. There goes my husband. What the hell?
Dublin, the pub crawl. Every pub you stop in, you have a half a beer, you know, and you visit about 20 pubs. By the end, you're legless.
This is St. Kevin's Church. Amazing.
You can tell it was a cross at one point.
At one point.
Oh, there's the door on it.
Yeah, he said it's closed to the public now. Probably because of vandalism. Really? Yeah. There's no windows. Yep, St. Kevin's Church. I think he said it's been standing since the 9th century.
Ooh, look. Oh, okay, there's a different side. There's a little wooden bridge.
We go right.
Yep.
Ooh, heavy. We are walking to the upper lake. And if I remember correctly what he said, is there is a little cave, or more like a big cave, up by the upper lake, and that's where St. Kevin's bed is. And he retreated there. And I said he stayed there for a year or two at the most, which is crazy because Ireland's weather is freaking cold in the winter. Summer would be fine, but winter, I don't think that's a good idea. What the heck? So I'm assuming that's the little lake.
Falling in that water right now.
You would probably freeze to death. You definitely get hypothermia.
Way too frigid out here.
Oh well, yeah. That's... Oh man, that one.
Look.
Yeah, it goes all the way up there. Look at that waterfall. It's all the way down. Beautiful. That's
Oh, look at the little dog.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
Want to drink, that's fine with me. But on the day, I turned around, and I was only joking when I said this. I turned around and says, "Oh, I have a rule on my bus. For all those who refuse to drink their whiskey, the driver must drink it for them." That was not a good quote, I can guarantee you that. By the time I got to the end of the bus, 2 of the people didn't want any whiskey. So when I got to the second person, I said, "Yeah, number 2. Yeah, number 3. I was having fun. But the very next morning, knocking on my home door was the boss of this company. Somebody that night had made a quote on TripAdvisor saying, "I wonder what the Irish police would think of your driver drinking 3 whiskeys." Well, you can imagine my boss coming to my house the next day.
Oh my goodness.
Not a very happy man indeed. Early in the morning, banging down my door. Woo! Well, I got up out of bed and who the hell is that? I went in out there, I opened that door,
And then he let it roar at me and he says, John, what is all this about? Now, at that point in time, I didn't know what he was talking about. But I seen him and I say, you know, looking very angry. And I says, Dennis, you just chill out now. You just take it easy. Come into my home, I says, and have a whiskey. He's a good guy to work for, I will say. He's a great guy. He still does the tours himself to this day. I mean, basically, somebody put a quote on TripAdvisor that night. And Dennis, my boss, said to me, but John, what happened? And I said, well, Dennis, I just happened to meet somebody who did not have a sense of humour. It was as simple as that. I don't drink whiskey, by the way, at all. At all. I like a beer, I like a drop of wine, but whiskey I never drink. So with quotes like that on TripAdvisor, your ratings drop like a ton of bricks. So I've been winding him up ever since. So one more thing I'll say to you lot is that when you do go to your homes, think about your Wild Wicklow experience. If you care to make a little quote, John is my name, by the way. If you care to make a little quote, I would certainly appreciate it. But that's your choice at the end of the day. Nothing like the quote I just told you now. Now, why did I give you your whiskey? Oh, you're all gone very quiet now. You're all gone very quiet. I have a spare microphone here.
Oh, goodness.
And I reckon you're all going to sing songs to me on the way to Dublin. So who's first? Don't worry about it, folks. I'm only jesting. That is not to say I've had people come up here and sing a song. Some pretty good. I've had other people come up here to try sing a song. I had to get my earplugs. So what it is, what I'll do, I'll play a little bit of music on the way to Dublin. Now I could play in some nice gentle music and just chill out. Maybe by the time you get into Dublin City, I'll rock you up with a little bit of Irish music. And maybe even by the time you get into Dublin City, I shall have you all dancing up and down the aisles, listening to you too. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for you. Thank you so much for being on the tour. There we go. So yeah, the drop-off points. We have a few drop-offs on the way. So yeah, I'll band you up with a bit of music. Nothing serious.